A-D, A-D, scavenger talk, scavenger law. Oh yeah, scavenger talk. You're now tuned in to a Rock the Block show production. Scavenger talk, scavenger. Now what's the odds if you never take a risk? No chance. Now what's the odds? Welcome to we dropping picks. Scavenger talk. What's the chances? Let's see how much it pay out. Cash out. Now what's the odds? You hit big and find a way out. Let go.
Welcome back for us and for y'all, man. It's been a long time coming, but we back with another episode of What's the Odds, here where we show you guys picks and predictions on several different sports. And I'm here with my boy Jay Lee.
What's happening, man?
What's going on? Jay's been a long time, man. Tell the people where you been, man. What you been doing?
Man, I just been locked in as usual, just staying out the way, trying to make it happen with these playoffs.
All right, speaking of playoffs, I know you saw what happened last weekend, man. Whew. I know you saw what happened last weekend, and there was a lot going on.
Too much.
We're gonna start with our boy
Lamar.
Jackson.
That's my boy.
From what team?
Ravens. Florida Ravens.
Florida Ravens, man.
They that right now, man. They that right now.
Yeah, definitely showing
I'm gonna
support.
ride with them.
We gotta ride with them because I remember some word. Shout out to my boy O. Shout out to my boy Todd. They was out there giving an interview with him before the season even started, predicting the Ravens was gonna be in the Super Bowl run.
We here backstage at the Future concert, man. It's a pleasure seeing you, man. How you feeling today, man?
I feel good, man.
You enjoyed the concert tonight?
I did, because I don't really go out.
You don't go out like that?
No.
I already know, always working and shit like that,
Sure.
man.
And shout out to Rock the Block show, man.
Yeah, we rocking the block, man. Shout out to you, man. Looking forward to see you back at the Super Bowl, man.
You already
Love,
know.
You already know. Love,
Appreciate
bless.
you.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Man, you don't believe me? Check out the page at What's the R Sportcast. You're gonna see it pinned right on the top, man. But back to what we're saying, the Florida Ravens played the Houston Texans over the weekend, man. That was a good game. You end up chopping around catching that game?
I caught it live. Second half. After seeing it tied up at the half, I just had to keep riding with it. So I caught them live second half.
Ooh,
I think,
live bet them? Oh yeah.
I'm really just not getting back on my online gaming with this Hard Rock thing popping back off in Florida.
Got you.
Yeah,
definitely.
I had to go ahead and get right live with them.
So you a supporter of the Hard Rock
All day
being
long.
back in Florida? Yeah,
All day
definitely.
long.
We definitely got some motion on that. And we will be in the Hard Rock soon, man. Tap in with us at What's the Odds Sportscast. By the way, once again. But like I was saying, that was a good game at half, and then you caught the live bet in the second half, and the Ravens in the fourth quarter took off. That was a great game. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to the Ravens. We actually like them to go all the way.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
That's a
problem.
scavenger pick. We like them to go all the way. So if you want to go on the Hard Rock and mess with the Ravens, they're the number one seed, of course, now. But we had an idea of them being the best team and going all the way since last year. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Another game that we saw that it was crazy. The Bills and the Chiefs. How you felt about that one right there, man?
I hated to see it, but then
I hated to see it.
I'm
You
not.
went against Mahomes.
I like to go against Mahomes.
You
man,
went
but
against Mahomes.
I think it's a better. I like it at the same time. I think it's a better matchup for the Ravens. I think the Bills will give the Ravens more problems.
No,
Chiefs
you
will
actually
give them-
right.
Yeah.
And if you know what's funny about that game, I was showing my boy O earlier. If you look at that game, the third downs conversions, the Bills had more. Turnovers, the Bills had less. Passing yards, the Bills had more. Everything was in the Bills' favor, but how did Patty Mahomes boy find a way to get through? How did he figure it out? You can't go against Mahomes. There's two people right now you don't go against.
I'll tell you what.
Patrick Mahomes boy and Lamar Jackson from the Florida Ravens. Don't go against them. So now it's funny that how ironic they're going against each other.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that game before I make my pick? I
I'm
want
gonna
to see
say
what you
right
think.
now, I don't see Justin Tucker missing those chip shots like my man from the Bills. So even in a
Good
close
point.
game, I'm gonna ride with him. I forget his name, but that linebacker they got over there, number 9.
Number 9 for
Ravens.
Ravens. McQueen. Is it McQueen?
McQueen.
My boy. McQueen, he nice.
He different.
He nice. And Raekwon Smith, boy, them boys serious.
He
Them boys
nice.
serious down
He
there. Boy,
nice.
the Ravens, no joke.
They got
So,
them tone setters over there.
I can't pick right now, man. You put me on the spot, man. I can't go against Lamar. I can't go against Patty. Man, just that, flip a coin for me if somebody got there. I don't know. But I will say this, though. Because the Ravens got the home advantage, and it looked like for me is Lamar Jackson year. We said that in the beginning of the season. We said that during the season, so we're not going to switch up. We're not gonna switch up. Word to my boy Ty, don't go against Lamar. Word to my boy O, when he was with Lamar. We going all the way. So I'm gonna go with Ravens. And I'm gonna just quickly say, be careful with the Lions, by the way. Just be careful with the Lions and 49ers. I'm not saying anything, just be careful. So back to what I was saying though, that was a great weekend of sports, you know. As a matter of fact, let's go to another topic. NBA. Talk to me what you think about, how you feel about what's going on, where your mind
NBA,
at.
I don't got a real focus. It's all over the place to me right now, man.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Boston,
Denver. I got a question for you.
What you got?
What's been the most surprised team as far as, you know, odds is concerned, you know, scavenger odds concerned? What do you feel like is the most surprised team making money, positive, winning games, when covering spreads? Your favorite team?
That's a good one.
No, I got it.
Man, that's a good one, dog. I like Orlando, man. Orlando at the half.
Orlando Magic, they have been covering a lot of spreads. They actually been against good teams as well too. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they're +2 tonight at home versus Cleveland Cavaliers, right?
Cavaliers
what you got on
fire.
Ticket?
I like Orlando at the half, man. It's been a good bet. It's been a good bet all year. It's been a good bet all year. They played last night, but a lot of times I think when teams coming off that back-to-back, that first half, they usually stay in rhythm from last night, and then the legs kind of, you know, weather down in that second half. But teams off back-to-backs, I typically like them in the first half. There's a couple teams in that same spot tonight too that I like at the half.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it for sure. But I just want to know a good surprise team. I'm gonna tell you a surprise team as well too that we posted on our story and on our page. If you've been following us at What's the Odds Sportscast, the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, that's a team right there. Once they made that trade, you already seen the lighting on the wall, but people didn't see it at first because they lost the first 3 games. But since then, they've been once dominant. Russell Westbrook accepted that role, he's gonna be a bench player. He's gonna be a great bench player, and everything made sense. They've been winning like 20-4 their last 24 games. So that's a team that has been a surprise for me in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So, but who you think gonna go all the way to the championship? Because I don't know if y'all been following the story. That's my vote, the Los Angeles Clippers, to go all the way. So, if you got the Hard Rock app, you want to plug it in, that's a great bet. But who you feel like, 2Play J I want to pick his brain real quick to see who you think is gonna go all the way, or who's gonna be.
I got a couple top dogs out there that I think gonna go all the way. In the East, it's hard to say. It's hard to pick up against Boston right now, man.
Okay.
They're dominant.
Yeah, you're right.
When Porzingis is healthy and they knocking those threes down, I don't see nobody in the East that can beat them. Milwaukee ain't playing a lick of defense these days. Not a lick.
You're right. Yeah, the boys got to tighten up because, since that trade, they traded for, they got Drew out of there. They brought Dame in there. Their offense, you can see the closing in certain games, but their defense we got to wait and see for them. But I'm glad you mentioned something because you was like, the Celtics, they're good. They're going to go all the way with Porzingis.
I think so.
I got another question. I like to throw my man some questions. Porzingis is out tonight versus the Mavericks. I think they're giving the Mavericks 3.5 or 3.
3.5.
So what do you think with Porzingis out the lineup, them being on the road? Who do you like in that game? How you feel about that game?
Man, I think Boston can still get it done, man. Derek White still doing his thing. Tatum, Brown, Horford.
Now,
I think they still got enough, man.
See, I'm usually with them, but I don't know, man. That's a good one. That's tough.
Second half of the back-to-back, though, too.
We're going to see how it shake out. We're going to see how it shake out, definitely. I do know the Phoenix Suns tonight is great. I love the Phoenix Suns tonight. I think they play from our Chicago Bulls, and I think the boys definitely going to do their dollar. But now we talked about the championships and who we think going to win. Let's talk about any trades that you're sniffing around. Y'all smell any trades going on in the league? There's a lot of people that's been chirping now.
Yeah.
A lot of, if you're watching Instagram and social media and things of that nature, you see a lot of people body language and things of that nature, When they win a game, they might say something. When they lose games, who do you think it might be on the way out?
I've been hearing whistles, but I want to see DeJounte get moved out of Atlanta.
He been making noise
it's
too.
It's him or Trey. One of them got to go.
He been making noise. As a matter of fact, DeMarcus Murray
Special.
is on one. And as a matter of fact, it's crazy I wanted to bring this up because, you know, I don't usually lose my scavenger plays. I'm usually solid, you know, most of my plays. But I had one play that went down, and, you know, I had to bring it up because me and my boy O and me and two players talking about it earlier. The Udonis Haslam.
Oh, yeah,
The
Jersey
Sermon,
retirement
yeah,
night.
great. It was a great night. It was a great night. You know, all the families in the building.
Yeah, DeJounte made it
Dwayne
an
Wade.
even better night for
Man,
himself.
he made it a terrible night for me. Thank you, Murray. I had to bring it up, but he was definitely in the building and stunned a lot of people because that was one of my favorite plays that day. And the Heat went down, and he hit a game winner on the top of the key, and just was like, "Yeah, you sure you want to trade me? You sure you want to trade me?" I don't like. He's one of the top ones, Johnson Murray. I also think Lakers finna make a lot of shit. They're finna shake some things up.
Man,
I think
they
Lakers
got a lot
definitely
of
finna shake some
moves.
things up. I think so. No. What they're gonna do is kind of get a statue for him towards the end of the year. They didn't plan the date, but they definitely got a statue for my boy D Wade. Can we not talk about that? Can we because I like to talk about him on the court. He's very on the court. I still see him, you know, sometimes he go, you know, check out the kids and, you know, show some love now, but the fact, wait, okay, so his jersey's amazing. Like, I love D Wade's jersey, number 3 Miami Heat, Wade County. And, you know, we're gonna keep my boy face. But outside of that, the fashion is his style. You know, one thing I do know, he knows how to grab attention and grab headlines. It's great. He gonna be on the headline the next day. I could promise you he's banking on that. And I think that he's doing a great job at promoting himself and being out there. But outside of that, we love his jerseys. We love what he did on the court. We love what he did on the floor, bro. We love it a lot. We don't know what happened outside of the game, but in the game, he's amazing. He's that dude, man. Shout out to Wade County forever. But back to what we was talking about, because Udonis had a ceremony, and it was just, I put some good money on my boy, and, you know, they ain't show out for you, man, Murray. But I hope he gets traded, definitely, because I think in a good team like the Lakers, you know, that's been, you know, a rumor. I think if he gets to the Lakers, he might. I think that might be the help.
They need to try to get Levine over there too, man.
I got you.
I think they're gonna blow that Chicago team.
No, yeah, for sure.
They gave it a good. They let it ride out for a good while.
For sure.
I think it's time to blow that up too.
Yeah, because Lonzo Ball got hurt and they never gelled together. Chicago is just.
But does the Lakers have enough pieces with value to make some of these trades?
I absolutely do. If teams are looking for picks, if you're looking for picks, you're not gonna look for LA because they only got one pick in the next 5 years. But if you got a guy like Austin Reeves, throw him in the mix. You got Rui Hachimura, throw him in the mix. You got Vanderbilt, throw him in the mix. You might shake up and get a Levine.
Not a lot of value.
Not a lot of value. Austin Reeves not bad.
Reeves,
Team
maybe.
USA, Austin Reeves, the boy, he's solid. You all right? I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks because the trade deadline is coming up, and we'll see. But for the most part, what's coming up this weekend though. We gotta, I like to pivot back, what I'm saying, and get back to, the odds. Cause it's just what's the odds, right?
What you got?
So, I like to throw my boy Jay Lee, a fire question. You gotta give me the answer now.
I got you.
You gotta give me the answer right now. Like on the spot. Don't listen.
Pause. Go ahead.
Pause. San Francisco versus Detroit Lions. San Francisco at home, they getting 7.
I like Detroit +7, bruh. I like Detroit +7.
Golf?
Man.
You riding with them?
I like them, bruh.
You like them? With a smile on your face, too.
+7. I like Detroit +7.
Hey.
With that being said, it's probably gonna flop because of me, but I like Detroit +7.
Why you going against the grain like that?
I think that passing game, man, that tight end, what's his name?
Which one? Laporta?
Laporta.
Smooth. But you got to think about one thing because, I was with you, but what do you feel like the NFL want to see this weekend for the Super Bowl? You don't think they want to see the two? We waiting all year for this.
Of course.
Ravens, 49ers.
It'll be a rematch.
That's
It'll be a
like,
rematch
let's make
for the
love.
ages.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, so why would you feel Detroit has a chance to cover and actually win the game?
Everything I'm picking is to give the Ravens the smoothest path to that ring, man.
Yes,
and I think Detroit will be just like I think Chiefs is a smoother game for them than Buffalo.
I got you.
Detroit will be a better game for them than San Fran.
Yeah, you see,
especially having beat them already early in the year. I know San Fran gonna have a chip on their shoulder if they face Ravens.
Absolutely.
So,
but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I believe the Ravens will go all the way. I'm here, but I don't want them to see. I don't want them to go against 49ers as well too. So I'm with you. If they go against 49ers, it's gonna be a series. This is gonna be Lamar's biggest test in my eye, because I know they smoked them a couple weeks ago in the regular season, but that's a different. Like he said, I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna see you again. So that's a fire play. I like it. So with that, I mean, I like the pivot. That's a very, very good one. Now, All-Star Weekend. Let's talk about it. There's a few different dynamics I want to talk about with the All-Star Weekend. First and foremost, who do you think that should be in the All-Star Weekend that nobody is talking enough about? A very, very surprised person that you feel like should be in it.
Man, I ain't dig too deep into it. I gotta, update to see what's going on with the voting. But I think before he got hurt, Bane was taking his game to another level this year. I don't know how many votes or where he was at in that, but Desmond Bane was.
That's a very.
I think he was gonna be high on that snub list. I think
in the West. The West is pretty tough now. Yeah, you got a lot of guards that will definitely be picked over Bane, so that's solid. But due to the fact that John Moran only played 9 games, he was the first option, so he definitely had a lot of buckets. The problem with Bane is the team not winning, man. Memphis, we waiting on Ja to come back. Ja came back, he hurt his ankle, but hurt his shoulder. But what's funny about this story? You saw what happened a few days ago, it was on someone on Instagram saying that he was in the strip club. Throwing 50K.
Probably how he hurt his shoulder.
You never know, man. For I listen. Ja, he has a big history in the strip club, but that's a funny little segment.
Shout out to Ja, man.
Shout out to Ja. Hurry up and recover and get back on the court.
Yeah, he's special.
So now I'm gonna talk about a few people that I feel like is not overrated because they're all all-stars. Don't get me wrong, they're all all-stars, but all-star to me is somebody that can carry, somebody that can carry you to wins, and have an impact in the community, in the city. You can get their face out there as far as promotion-wise. And I wouldn't say because he's a good player, but he's been getting a lot of votes, and I'm like, he is on the best team, the Boston Celtics, but I'm not a fan of him being in the All-Star game. He's having a good season. Derek White. He's good. He's solid.
He is.
Great player.
He's deserved.
Great. You deserve it?
I think sometimes you got to factor in your
my
whole career, man. Because some people just deserve it off of their career, man. Just
I'm not feeling it, Jay.
Not having opportunities throughout their whole career. Now I'm in the starting lineup. I'm a dub. I'm good for a dub every
solid
night.
Two-way player. He reminded
He
reminded me of when the Golden State Warriors was so good. And they had Curry in, they had Thompson in, and they had Andrew Wiggins.
True.
Like, Andrew was
White, nice, man. Especially since he chopped the top. I think he took his game to another level, man.
He's a great two. He averaged a lot of blocks for a guard, so I gotta respect it. But I'm not feeling it.
In the East, though, man, it's who you got in the East? Brunson.
I got Dame Dollar. I got Brunson in there.
DeJounte, maybe.
No, Treyway.
Got to see where he's at on the list. Right, you talking about snubs.
Treyway. Can I go?
Nobody on the Heat. I'm sorry, I love the Heat.
I don't know.
Hero haven't played enough games.
You're right. Okay. I got Bam in there definitely, but that's not a guard. But more or less though, the whole thing I wanted to mention was just Derek White is a little too high for me because a lot of players that definitely can get more looks. But he's a great player and he deserves to be. I get some recognition, but he got a lot of them. True. I think he might even get in based on what I saw. And over Jaylen Brown, which is he's a teammate, but still,
I like Derek White. Shout out to Derek White, man.
I got you. All right, well, like I said, that's a little bit of what we talk about in the NBA. Now, Anything you want to talk about as far as, you know, NBA or NFL that you saw that, you know, caught your eye?
Man, that number 9, McQueen.
You love that. He keep bringing them.
Man,
McQueen
I saw
for the
that boy
King.
playing.
No, he's definitely solid. And like I said,
Game changer. He's an impact player, game
That's
changer.
an X
Shout
factor
out
for the
McQueen.
weekend?
That's my X factor for the weekend, man.
He
That
gonna
boy
have
is
it.
flying
you
all
gonna have
over
his
the
10 over
field.
Mahomes, boy, all
And
day
that's my
long.
favorite number. That's why he's saying number 9. That's my favorite number.
Favorite
McQueen.
team. I got you. Nah, I got you.
McQueen.
For sure. Now we're gonna switch it up and go to a whole different sport. Just because I know you got that Florida fish on your head, and I know you've been talking about this all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any upcoming things to expect in the baseball baseball season coming up in a few months? I know there's some
Man.
big splash news. Anything you want to talk to the people about to be on the lookout for, or a surprise team that you are already surprised and you love? Because we know if you need a 2-play in the MLB, you go to 2-play J all day.
Surprise teams, a little early for that.
Yeah,
I mean, I think we can expect what we always expect from them Dodgers with the moves that they made. They're gonna win 100+ games again and fizzle out in the playoffs late, most likely, because Ohtani's not gonna be pitching this year. So you can look for them to do what they've always done. Yeah, but I'm looking for. Hopefully, they bring Kershaw back too, man. That'll warm the hearts of baseball fans around the world.
Yeah.
To see him ride out, you know, into the sunset with them with some championships, maybe
He
one or
got
two
to,
more.
They've been trying, not gonna do.
Mhm.
Sure, they got one, but
And Yankees, man, Yankees have made a lot of moves too, man. I think them
them
blue blood franchises these next couple years is going back, going back their direction.
And you see, they like, well, we had enough because they're making big power moves every season too. It's not even when they win, they're making big money. They're constantly trying to stay on top. And the Yankees, they've been down. They're due. The Yankees is super due.
They do.
As a matter of fact,
they was talking earlier. They was saying they might. Well, they offered. They were the only team so far to even offer Blake Snell. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
he a free agent. He a free agent right now, but he only got one offer from them. He looking for a lot more money from what they're saying. So if he ends up in pinstripes, they're gonna be a major problem. Blake Snell turns it on post All-Star break and postseason. That's what you paying him for. That first half of the season, Blake Snell is like a ghost. But
gotcha.
After that All-Star break and playoffs, I hang my hat on him every time.
Say less. So
There
before we close it out, I just want to let's make a little same day parlay, or if we want to talk about a parlay that you doing today. Today is January 22nd, I believe. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? They say you living a good life when you don't know what day it is.
I'm gonna pull up something
like I was saying, generally you throw up what you like. I had throw up on the story. I don't know if y'all know this AD scavenger play. I ran with the Phoenix Suns money line versus the Bulls. We talked about that earlier. I think them boys is on a great run. They won about like 5 games in a row. KD, I don't know if you noticed, he was in the news earlier saying, "Yo, I deserve to be in the GOAT conversation." You know what I'm saying? And I want to agree with him. I honestly do, because he put a lot of a lot of energy into the game, and he made a lot of accolades, and he won championships, MVPs. He beat LeBron a few times in the finals, and everybody considered him LeBron the greatest. So I'm gonna run with the Suns. KD feeling good, talking this mess. He gonna snap. I think he dropped 40 last night. A smooth 40. Nobody talking about he dropped 40. You heard it? No, nobody talking. So yeah, they're gonna start talking now because they're gonna go on a little run. I got them in the over, and I think Toronto's new team, they playing with a lot of, a lot of energy. Like, we so slided right now, but they got a nice little young team they building. Them boys playing good. RJ Barrett feeling good. He had the crib. Quickly been a great new pickup. They got a lot of movement. So I think they're gonna crush them. Memphis is depleted. Y'all hurry up, get out the strip club, come back, because they need you. They need you, bro. They need you for real, bro. We need you on the court. We need you. We love to watch you, but not tonight, because the Raptors gonna get in that. You know what? So that's my little 2-play. And I heard you talking about the Mavericks. That's the Cowboys. Don't mind on football. I know you was talking about the Celtics earlier, and I was looking. I'm like, Porzingis is out. I love the Mavericks to cover a spread tonight. I just really do. I'm not saying they're gonna win. I think they're gonna cover 5 to 6 points, keep the game close. They're at home right now, and the Celtics is great at home, but on the road, they can get beat. And without their main horse, Porzingis out, which I think would have made a big difference because he used to play for the Mavericks, and that would have been a very, very, up-tempo game for him. He would have put his energy on the floor. So without him, I think Mavericks covered. So that's my little ticket. So y'all remember that. Suns over, Raptors over, and Mavericks under. That's what I'm thinking. What you thinking, Jamie? What you got on your ticket?
And for the night, I went with I had a couple picks out there. I like the Magic first half, but I like Cleveland full game just because of that same rationale. So I think I'm gonna end up going with Cleveland to keep the streak alive full game.
Yeah.
And I think I could get behind Phoenix too, man.
For sure.
I think I could get behind Phoenix tonight too.
Smooth, yeah.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
We some smooth operators.
I ain't gonna dilute it too much.
Yeah, for sure.
I can get behind that.
I like that. And I got some more scavenger plays for y'all right here, If you watch the story, it's on there for sure. At What's the Odds Sportscast on Instagram. And there's a few different other plays. I got scavengers over here. A little extra play right over here. We got in hockey, we're going Vancouver Canucks money line and the Boston Bruins money line. Word to Scavenger Snow, Scavenger O. You know what I'm saying? And in college basketball, we're gonna roll with Lamar money line, making these state money line. Check them out, man. Mix them up, put them in a bunch, or just straight one pick them. But you're gonna profit with the scavengers, man. What's the odds if you never take a risk? No chance. So we're gonna close it out. Jelly, you wanna say anything to the people, man?
Right, man.
Let them know what else we got going on and what we got going on in the future. For us, y'all to stay tuned. I know we're definitely working on a few merch and a few other ideas, so just stay tuned. This is the first episode back. We had to get a lot of things in order, but now we in order like a parlay, and we're gonna, make some money today and tomorrow and the next day. Just tap in with us, bro. Anything you want to add on to that,
I think you said it all, man. Just tap in.
I ain't say enough, man.
2Play J, we out here, rock the block. You already know, tap in.
Come everything dropping. We moving, man. Shout out to the scavengers. All the scavengers that's watching our story, all the scavengers watching our page, all the scavengers that's watching this podcast right now. Stay tuned. We're coming.
Yeah, it is.